Now, I want you to know, I was not planning on talking about the Patriot game. Why would I? But they did something that was historical in that game. And so we continue our in-depth team coverage of all things pigskin. And if you did not watch the Charger-Patriot game, consider yourself lucky. The most valuable thing we have in this life, you and I, time, right? That's it. We don't know how much we have. When it's gone, right? You can't put a price on it. And if you wasted your time, and apparently not a lot of people did, looking at the stadium, it was pretty empty there. Not many people wasting their time watching the Patriots, a bad product, and the Chargers also a bad product. But if you didn't see this game, Justin Herbert had only 212 yards passing and a couple of drives that resulted in Cameron Dicker the kicker, hitting field goals in the second quarter, and that was it on a typical type of day in New England in December where it was cool and rainy, and you put a West Coast team there, and 6-0. That's it, 6-0 the final. New England, as they rotate the wheel of doom at quarterback, the latest stiff, Bailey Zappi playing quarterback there. Couldn't even get one field goal. Could not get one field goal. Keenan Allen came back. He had 5 catches for 58 yards. He had a bruise. They massaged that. The only scoring the Chargers could manage, a pair of 38-yard field goals in the second quarter. That was it. But they get the win, and as a result, the Patriots becoming the first team to lose 3 straight games while allowing 10 points or fewer since before World War II. It's so stupid. Since before Hitler invaded Poland in 1939. This happened in 1938, the last time an NFL team failed to win a game, to lose 3 straight while allowing 10 points or fewer. So with that as the backdrop, the 2023 Patriots going down to defeat the first team to lose 3 straight while allowing 10 points or fewer since 1938. Where does this leave Bill Belichick? That is the question. So I've got Catapult, Baskin-Robbins, and receipts. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make a cream pie, which is what Bill Belichick's going to get. You're going to throw cream pies at him the way things are going here. So to lead off, though, Bailey Zappi. Now, I handicapped this game last week for the TV show, and I said, well, the Patriots will at least score a few points here. Bailey Zappi practiced all week as the starter, and it's okay. Not great, but he's all right. Was supposed to provide a spark. That was the argument, right? You change quarterbacks to provide a spark, and what a spark. As much spark as a wet book of matches, right? A match book that's just wet, or a cigarette lighter that doesn't have any gas. But the engine did not get going here. Anybody but Mac Jones. And how did that go? It was cover your eyes bad. Kerflooey. The Patriots had 257 yards of offense. They actually had more offense than the Chargers. 13 first downs. Never reached the end zone. Neither team got to the red zone. Neither team was able to even get the ball to the 20-yard line or further, close to pay dirt there. The Patriots zooming past the Cardinals to have sole possession, though, because they catapulted up to number 2 by themselves. So if they continue to lose, the Patriots at worst will have the number 2 pick. Now, I hate teams that tank and all that, and Bill Belichick doesn't seem like a tank kind of guy, but that team is so terrible. Somebody must be fully on board with the tank at this point. So if the Patriots can maintain that number 2 position, that means they will get the crying quarterback, Caleb Williams of SC, the stud receiver from The Ohio State, Marvin Harrison's kid, or Drake May from North Carolina. One of those 3 guys will be going to the Patriots. Now, how do you explain Justin Herbert and the Chargers' offensive issues in this particular victory? Well, actually worse than advertised. I would say worse than advertised for the Chargers. And here's the thing. And we didn't expect much. The reason when we handicapped the game, we're like the Chargers, West Coast team, going on the road, heading to New England, cold, damp weather, Justin Herbert on the road, a recipe for incompletions. And okay, so we picked the Patriots with the points. All we needed was 1 field goal, and we would have been fine. Did not expect another goose egg from New England. The Chargers defensively shorthanded. Joey Bosa out along with some other guys. And it was ugly. And Brandon Staley, does he get credit for the shutout? I think we could have put a high school football team out there would have shut out the Patriots the way they played in this game. All right, now furthermore, we go to Tampa. We bounce around the NFL. Mike Evans, a 75-yard reception. He joined Jerry Rice as the only players in NFL history to have 10 consecutive seasons with 1,000 or more yards receiving. And the Buccaneers beat the Patriots but did not cover the spread. 21-18 the final. That was the first game for Carolina since they poleaxed Frank Reich as the coach there. So the question, how did Bryce Young look? How did Bryce Young look in his first game without Frank Reich? Because he was the problem, right? Frank Reich, the offensive coaching staff, that was the problem. So, okay, how did he look? Young in this game, and I flipped over. Since the Eagle game was a blowout and all that, and I get to flip over. But here's the way I would describe it. It's like Baskin-Robbins, right? Baskin-Robbins. Rocky Road. It was a Rocky Road kind of performance. Yet again, from Bryce Young, nothing changed. Nothing changed. You had the diced marshmallows. You had the roasted almonds, the thick ice cream. That's what you had. Young played the same puke-tastic style of football he had played prior. Nothing changed. Nothing at all changed. It was the same exact product. Bryce Young finished the game completing less than 50% of his passes, which, again, I didn't play in the NFL. I don't think that's good. Maybe I'm being too hard on him. Maybe it's good to complete less than 50% of your passes. What do I know? But less than 50% of his passes, averaged less than 6 yards per attempt, and no touchdowns, had one interception. That's the stat line. He was sacked 4 more times, generally looked like he had no idea what he was doing, which is kind of crazy considering he was the number 1 pick and lit everyone up at Alabama. Now in Carolina, terrible. Keep that in mind if you're a Patriot fan or a Chicago Bear fan. Well, you already seen it as a Bears fan, but you get that 1 or 2 pick and you get the quarterback. Oh, this guy's going to be great. Well, you might end up with Bryce Young, who can't play. The guy stinks. He's terrible. The Panthers were 3 of 15. That's 20% on third down and punted 8 times. Maybe I'm being too hard. Anyway, all right, a parting shot here. We head to Jersey. Why not? We head to Jersey. The Jets, Tim Boyle on your tuchus. That is already apparently over. Tim Boyle, the experiment did not even last 2 starts. Who could have possibly seen that coming? I don't know. Anyone who had ever paid attention? Seriously. Like, Tim Boyle sucked. And why would you of all the decisions? Anyway, he was demoted. He was demoted for Trevor Siemian, who also stinks at the start of the 4th quarter of the game on Sunday there, with Gang Green somehow losing to the Falcons 13-8. They had the ball multiple times. All they needed was a couple of field goals, because that's all the Jets can get is field goals, and they still screwed it up. So Siemian came in, nothing changed, and the Falcons ended up winning that game. It did not matter. It did not matter in the end. And the Jets now have lost 5 straight. They fall to 4-8, and effectively that's it. Not that they were ever going to make the playoffs. But the question is, what does Robert Saleh do now to fix the Jets? Because tick-tock, the clock is a ticking. And if the Jets lose out, you got to think that Robert Saleh's toast, right? They can't. If they lose every game the rest of the year and they go 4-13, they got to get rid of him, right? They have to. I mean, what does the guy do? He just quotes Tony Robbins. The guy's a loser. Seriously. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Maybe you want to have a drink with him, but you don't want him coaching your football team. So what do? The question is that. What does Robert Saleh do to fix the Jets? And the move that needs to be made is taboo. You can't do it. Nathaniel Hackett. Everything Sean Payton said about Nathaniel Hackett is accurate. And yet, since he hangs out with Aaron Rodgers and they're besties, you can't get rid of Nathaniel Hackett. Tell me exactly what Nathaniel Hackett has done to help any of the Jets quarterbacks this year. Seriously. I'll sit here and wait. No, tell me. You can't tell me? Oh, that's right. You can't tell me because it's zero. He's done nothing. And I know the Jets coach likes to check receipts. So let's check the receipts here. Look at the body of work. The Jets have now played. Aaron Rodgers played like a couple of snaps, so we'll throw that out. Zach Wilson played most of the season. Tim Boyle's played the last couple of games. Now they're on to Trevor Siemian. And they all are terrible. What is the common denominator? What is the common denominator? Ding, 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 ding. That's right. Nathaniel Hackett. That is the common denominator. He doesn't scheme players up. Players don't play better for him. He's really good at cooking steaks for Aaron Rodgers and washing his car. But other than that, what does he provide for the Jets? Seriously. Doesn't get the most out of players. He's not some kind of offensive genius. He's terrible. But he's friends with Rodgers, so they have to keep him around. He's great at a picnic.